Hey everyone, this is Ron, Bridgecom Systems here in Smithville, Missouri, live from Bridgecom Systems HQ. Glad to have you here this morning. We are going to go through a good training today that I've got set up, and that's about backing up your stuff, particularly with your hotspot, because you don't want to lose this. We recommend that once you get this hotspot, whether you get it from us or somebody else, that you want to back up your settings after you've done all this work. And we've done a lot of work in the last several live streams. So I'm going to walk you through the process of backing up your hotspot. And also at the same time, I'm going to show you how to create a new SD card and put your image on that, your backed up Pi-Star settings on that. And so you want to get an SD card like this, and I'm going to be using one here. But this is what I'm going to walk you through today, is how to back things up, because it's always good to have a backup. We've had some people contact us after a bit of time and something gets screwed up with the hotspot or something like that. And of course, you know, there's a bit of stress about that. And I want to quickly show you guys how to back all that up. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the computer real quick, and I'm going to jump into my hotspot settings. And just so you guys know, I'm on 192.168.1.177, as you can see on the setup here. So that's going to tell me where my IP address is. So I'm going to go over here to my computer, and I'm open up a new tab, and I'm going to type in 192.168, and we are at 177, okay? So go to this website, and we're going to log in. All right, I'm going to jump into the configuration here. And of course, always have to type in Pi-Star Raspberry. And that gets me there. And also you'll note that an upgrade to the Pi-Star has been released, and I have yet to do that, but we're going to do that today. So what you want to look at, and by the way, the notes that I'm going to follow along are right here. There should be a link in the Facebook as well as YouTube chats, and Tanner will get that to you so you guys can follow along. And that's going to have the links in it that you're going to want to use to go to the various places I'm going to steer you towards to get the files and stuff like that, and also follow along. So just want to make sure has that been put out?
Yeah, it's in the description.
Okay, perfect. All right. Okay, so we want to log into Pi-Star, which we've done. We want to go to the configuration page, and then we want to go to the backup and restore link at the top of the page. You'll see this at the top there. It says Dashboard Admin Expert Power Update Backup Restore. So we're going to click this. Okay, now keep in mind, this is the Pi-Star image that we've been building for the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 live streams, where we've added DMR Plus, we've added TGIF, we've added the ability to go to YSF. All that stuff's in here. So we want to download the configuration here. As you can see, these 2 cylinders. So we want the down arrow. Okay, so we want to click this. And this is going to save a file that you're going to see down here in a zip format. And that's all you really need to do, is just save that, and I can show you in the folder here. It's going to be there, right? Pi-Star config 2021 February 24. That is the current setting, okay? Now, that's all you need to do to back it up, or at least back up your settings. Once you've got this file here on your computer, you could always rebuild this so that you know where you're at, okay? And that's what you need to do after you get this. So I highly recommend you just go to that backup restore tab and just download that, and then of course put it in a location that you'll remember. So that's all you need to do to back it up, is just quickly take a snapshot of it using that utility. So let's go back over there, and you just go down to that download the configuration, okay? So now what we want to do is we want to have more robust backup, and we're going to create a new like if something totally happened to your SD card, or it just got corrupted in some way, shape, or form, I'm going to show you how to reboot and burn this image on a new SD card. And I've got a link in the show notes on where you can go get one of these on Amazon. And what you want to do to get that Pi-Star boot image for the Raspberry Pi that's in the SkyBridge, or if you're running any other kind of hotspot built around a Raspberry Pi, you're going to want to go to this website called pistar.uk/downloads. Okay, so let's just go over there. Here's my show notes. So I'm just going to click on that, and I'm going to jump. I want to jump to that link. All right, now this is where you get the file, okay, and this is where all their releases, the gentleman that makes all this, the team he's got, they put the releases. So you're interested in this one down here towards the bottom if you're using a Raspberry Pi, called Pi-Star RPI version 4.4.08 February of 2021. And then of course I put the name of that file as of today's live stream is right there. So this is an item number 1. Now, in the interest of time, I went ahead and already downloaded that to this computer. This file is actually pretty big. It's 629 megabytes, and it takes, I don't know, 10 minutes or so to download it, depending on your speed of your internet. But it is a pretty decent sized file, and so I went ahead and downloaded it. And I believe I did. Yeah, right there. Pi-Star version 4 right there. Okay. So we want to create a new folder on our hard drive and unzip and place this download into there. So I'm going to create a new folder here, and I'm going to call it, let's see. Well, let's see, where can I create a new folder? I'll just do it on my desktop. Probably not the best place to put it. So I'm going to create a new folder here, and I'm going to call it Pi-Star RPi 3, and then we'll go ahead and name it V4_1_4_1_0. I'll just make that folder. Okay, so now we created the new directory, and now we want to unzip that. Okay, now this is important because this is going to be where we end up putting that. So I'm going to right click on this file, and I'm going to extract it. Extract all, and I'm going to browse to that recent directory. The actual download itself. So anyway, I'll take a moment and just remind you guys, we're doing a really cool giveaway right now called the 7.3 giveaway. A lot of good stuff in there. Tanner will put the link to that if you guys haven't registered. But one of the best giveaways we've done. We pretty much threw everything in there with these radios, the 578, the 878. So take a look at that. So there's always a giveaway happening here. All right, 62%. So it's a pretty healthy file, and we're extracting this, okay? 75%. And by the way, I've not everything that other than downloading that file earlier, this computer's never had any of this stuff on it. So I'm flying in just like you would if you just starting. So you're going to watch it as if, because I don't have the, I don't have the SD card writer in here or nothing. I'm going to go get everything. So I've never extracted that yet as well. Okay, that's the folder you're interested in. Okay, so now that we've extracted the boot image that's going to be on the Pi, Raspberry Pi that goes in the SkyBridge, what we need to do is we need a new SD card or one we can overwrite. And of course, I got a link there that you can go to as far as like if you need to get one of these. And just in the interest of showing you what I'm using, I've got one of these little writer, a USB, you can point that here. This is nothing more than a USB stick that you can put the SD card in, okay? So that's all you really need, and there's a link as well in the item number 4 here on where you can go fetch one of these. They're less than $10, but they're coming real handy, and you probably need that in your toolbox. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that into this USB hub I've got. And of course, Windows 10 should just go out and put the appropriate the drivers and stuff there on it so that that drive's available. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to download a utility on our computer that will allow for us to read and write from the SD card. And there's a very popular one called the Win32 Disk Imager. It's been around for a long time, and we're going to use that. Now, I've never put it on the computer, as I've stated, so I'm going to go ahead and fetch that real quick. And I've got it, the link in here to in my show notes. So I'm going to go to this website, SourceForge.net projects, and fetch this disk imager. Okay, you can see it's pretty healthy updater. Project of the month 2014, downloads 39,000. So it's a pretty safe program to put on your computer, and I've used it before on another computer. So I'm going to go ahead and download this real quick, and hopefully won't have any trouble. It says my download will start shortly. There it goes. It's coming in right down there. Say it's 12 megabytes, so that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and open this when it's done. And this should hopefully put it on the computer. Maybe. Let's see. It's taking some time. Post download. Well, I'll just go out to the directory. It looks like it's thinking. Yeah, here we are. Okay, so I'll click yes, get this started. And I'm installing this. Do I accept the agreement? Yeah, I'll accept it. And I'll just put it right there. Get this installed. And I'll put a desktop shortcut. Install it. Okay. Yeah, we're going to need this program to set this up. So you'll want to get this and install it on your computer. I don't want to read it. I do want to launch it though. Okay. Okay, so the image file is going to be the program we just extracted, that PyStar. So it's going to, remember, it's on our desktop. So we're going to go to the desktop here. We're going to go in here, and you'll see there's the image. This is what we want. We want this disk image. So this is going to be the file. So we want to open that. Now, the drive, we want this D drive. Don't use your C drive. You got to keep that, okay? But your D drive is this boot. This is it's titled boot, and it's this SD card, and it does see it, okay? So we want to go ahead and write. Now this takes a little bit of time, but it's this is what we're going to do. We're going to write this. Okay, writing to a physical device can corrupt the device. Are you sure? Yes, we are sure. So we're going to go ahead and write this. Okay, so now what we're doing was we're actually putting the everything that makes the SkyBridge or any other device that sits on a Raspberry Pi and runs the Pi Star, we're putting it on one of these little cards. And this is what comes with your SkyBridge, but this is how you make an actual boot. So like if for some reason that SD card gets corrupted or broken or something like that, you can make a backup for it, which is highly recommended. And again, these things are like around $6 or $7. We're using the 16 gigabyte version. It's pretty impressive how much stuff they can store in a little chip. I've always been fascinated by how these little devices can hold so much information. Because like you guys, I came from the days back when 16 kilobytes was a good computer. So this takes a little bit of time, but you're creating a complete boot image for the Raspberry Pi computer, and it's extracting and putting about 700 megabytes worth of data on this SD card. And I wanted you to see this process. That's why we're going through it. So we're about halfway through. Focus goes in and out. Try, okay. G. All right. %. But this is what you want to do. We're building up a new SD card. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to then take that SD card out and put it in the SkyBridge, and then I'm going to restore the settings that I had saved earlier and basically show you that you can rebuild your Pi platform, and then we'll have the new version of firmware on the platform. We're about done. 13 more percent, 12 more percent. Okay. So yeah, you gotta get that disk imager on your computer, which is you saw it took about a couple minutes. Just go right to those links on that in the show notes, and that'll get you there. So we're at 99%. All right, we're done. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the SD card, and I'm going to put it right there. And now I'm going to just power this down, and I am going to show you. We're going to remove this one that's currently in there. I'm going to set him aside, and now we're going to put, very carefully, we're going to put this new one in there. And you want to make sure you don't slide it down in there so it disappears. I've done that before. Okay, so we've got the new SD card in there, and we're going to power it back up. Now, this image has no knowledge of what we're trying to do, but Pi Star is installed on there, but it doesn't know anything about this this screen. It doesn't know anything about the actual modem or anything like that that's currently on this how this thing's all platformed out. Okay, so what we're going to do, we have to go and find, I mean, the Raspberry Pi is right now, it is booting, okay? So what we need to do is we need to go out onto our router or use some product like Angry IP to find out what the IP address is that this got assigned to. So we're down here at how to restore your hotspot to and from a backup. Okay, so now that we've got the SD card with the Pi Star ready to go for the Raspberry Pi, simply placing the SD card slot on the Pi, which I just did, so we powered it up. Okay, so now we need to find the IP address of your hotspot, because as you can see, it's just kind of stuck in a state of it doesn't know what to do. You can use Angry IP Scanner or simply log into your internet router and find the IP. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into my internet router, because I'm pretty good at doing this, and you should get to the point where you can do it as well. So I know my router is at 192.168, I believe it's 1.1. And this ought to get me to the router page. and it says my connection is not private. I already know all that, and I want to go ahead and proceed. Okay, so this takes me to my Spectrum cable modem router, and I'm just going to type in the username and password here, and I'm going to log in. Okay, and then we got to go to this advanced setting. Now this could all be different for you because you might have a different router. But this is going to populate with all the devices on our network. And we know that this is physically attached, so I'm going to go over here to where it says Ethernet, and I'm going to take a stab at finding this thing on there. And I'm going to bet it's this one right down here in the lower right corner, 192.168.1.182. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in, 192.168.1.182. Yeah, let's see if that's it. I hope it is. If everything got done right. This should come up with a can't find it. That's not it. It should come up with maybe it's there. I bet it's that one, 177 from previous time. So let's try that. You just got to poke around till you find the one that is yours. I think this is it. Okay. It is. Now you'll notice it says no mode defined because this thing's never been, it's a brand new everything. I just got it off of the Pi-Star website, and I'm pretty confident this is it. Okay, you'll see here that it went to this page and there's everything here is blank. It comes out like in its default state. So what we want to do, you'll see that it's not configured, so we want to go to, I think we have to log in first, or maybe we don't. Well, no, we can't. You know what? There's nothing to log into. Or I don't think there's anything to log into because there's okay, you may have to log in and it's Pi-Star Raspberry. It might be because we've been logged in the past. It might still think it's well, I don't know if it shouldn't have any memory of our previous settings. So let me go over here. But I know this, it says M1ABC, that's it in its virgin state. So let's go ahead and back it up, or restore it rather. So we want to go here to restore configuration. So we want to choose this file that we got from our download section, and that's going to be that file Pi-Star config 2021 February 24. This is what we saved earlier, if you remember. Okay, it's a real small file, so we want to restore that. And then just press this box here, and I believe that should restore it. And it's uploading the config data. Your zip file was uploaded and unpacked, stopping services, writing new config, and all that stuff, whatever it means. And now I should be able to go to configuration. And lo and behold, everything's just like it was. KC0QVT, there's my DMR ID, my DMR gateway, all my settings from previous days, IPSC2, DMR Plus. I've got everything just like it was. And so I can go out here and you come on over here and look at the setting and you'll see, yeah, it knows who I am, KC0QVT. I'm on 446.525. I'm idle. And we can also go over here to the dashboard and you'll see that I'm not, modes are enabled DMR, DMR net still looks like it's taking its time to connect, but I am all the DMR master, the Brandmeister, DMR Plus, YSF crossover, TGIF is still there if you remember putting that in from previous live stream. And I believe it is taking its time to connect to a network. And that will eventually go green. We can go over here to configuration. See, we got DMR mode, that's good. It all should be good. But it remembered everything. So let's just go over here to the dashboard again. Yeah, there, it's green now. My time slot 2 is enabled. So here, I've got a backup now. Okay, that was my older one that was in there. And I just built another one. So there you go, folks. Anybody have any questions? Craig says not all the settings get saved and restored, so you still need to do some tweaking. Well, not sure which one, where I need to check. I looked at everything. It saves my location. It's got the same modem, DMR gateway. Now, maybe in the expert, there might be some stuff there, but I looked and I know that I'm on TGIF, and that was something that was in there. So, the time zone's correct. Okay. English UK. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. English US. I can change that. And somebody suggests we do a reboot, which I can do that. I can reboot it. I can do well, I am rebooting it right now. So let's just do that. Stopping services. Dashboard language gets reset. Okay. Thanks, Craig. But we're back in business. I have I'm connected. I'm connected to the network. In fact, I just connected to 4541 on DMR Plus. I can tell that because that's talk group 8. I know that's good. I don't see YSF connected. That's okay. We did reboot. And that was good. Yeah, because I don't have. I didn't turn on DMR to YSF. That's not on. Okay. And it was saying that YSF was enabled from the previous session, so that's been removed. So there was something, it did need to be reset. Thank you for that, guys. And somebody, Kenny says, no, he's fixed himself. No, yeah. Color code's 1, it's all good. Anyway, the display came back fine. So, you can see over here the display's all good. But that's it. This is how you back this up. And you need to do that. You need to back up your stuff because there could be something that'll happen. And we've had people, we've had customers.
I got a question for you.
All right.
We got a question here. What type of SD card do I need? Isn't there a few details, credential types?
Well, we go with this SanDisk Ultra. It's an HC, speeds up to 98 megabytes. I'm going to go ahead and just let you guys take a look at this. You want to pop that screen over there. I mean, that's the one we use. So there's a link in the notes so you can go get one of those. And then, of course, this little thing here, this is just something we had laying around, but these things are everywhere. Yeah, I gave you a link to that as well. So, yeah, all you need is one of those burners. In fact, your notebook computer might have one built in. So,
got another one here?
Yep.
Wondering if it's possible to transfer everything to SkyBridge from MMDVM.
Wondering if it's SkyBridge. Are you talking about the MMDVM modem? Huh. I mean, PyStar is PyStar. So if I was to build this image from their website, I can put it on any other device that's running, any other Raspberry Pi that's running PyStar, and then I can go in if I want to, and I can change the actual modem type, and then change it to duplex repeater. So the page over here, this download page that has this Raspberry Pi, that's your core piece of code that you need for any type of Raspberry Pi that has the hat on it. In this case, we've got our Skybridge hat, but it could be like an STM32 or any of these other hotspots that are out there. So it's pretty much the core function. If you can get Pi-Star off their website and put onto a little SD card like that, that's pretty much 7/8 of the battle, I would think. So we're good. Cool, I'm glad. James says, saved me a few hours of work and frustration. That made my day. I do believe this is going to save you a lot of time. You definitely want to back your stuff up. And that's what this video training is about today. So I'm glad you guys were able to enjoy or join in and enjoy the training. It's going to be posted on YouTube afterwards as well as on our Facebook page. So we encourage you to share this video with people you might know. Also, again, the 7-3 giveaways in the play. We added 500 new people to our Facebook group page this last week. It's been going great. We've got over almost 10,000 people in our Bridgecom University taking advantage of these courses, so we'll probably pop this on there as well. But anyway, have a great afternoon, guys. 7-3.